God gives me the biggest revelations in the smallest of things. And I mean the smallest of things. I'm doing my morning walk as I do every day, and there's this other young lady who I see in the distance. She's running, and it's just her and I. There's no cars, there's no other people. She's running, I'm walking. We both begin to approach this stoplight, and when we get to the stoplight, there's no cars, no other people, and the light is red. She runs through the light, literally. And I just stopped. And typically, that's not what I would do. I would run right through the light with Homegirl. And I didn't understand why I stopped for a moment. So I said, you know what, let me push the crosswalk because clearly it should recognize that nobody is right here and it should turn green. I push the button and it says wait. And it's so perfect that my voice is like this that I'm not feeling well because it gives me that deep baritone. Wait. But that's literally how I heard it. And I knew then that that was the voice of God telling me to wait. And I'm looking like, God, why can't I go through the light? It's nobody here. There's no cars. No one else is running. And old girl just went through. She just ran through the light, God. It was in that moment, Revelation 1, where God told me, you cannot see what's ahead of you. You can only see so far. Your natural vision can only see so far. But I am omnipresent. I see what's ahead of you. You don't know what lies ahead. And I said, wait. Oftentimes, we are in such a fast pace that we want to go, 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 often at our own timing, not God's timing. It's almost like we don't care to be in Kairos timing, but you want to be in Kairos timing because you declare that you want God's timing. But in actuality, you really want God's timing to be on your time. When God tells us to slow down or to stop or to pivot, we often have a hard time taking direction and want to take hold of the flesh and do what we want to do. But it was in that moment where God said, I said to wait because you don't know what lies ahead, but I do. You have to trust me. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I pushed the button again and it said, wait. So I stood there and I felt like I stood there for almost like a minute and a half. Just like this. And it was silent just like this. And I'm like, God, I could have walked ahead. Okay. I could have been there. In my mind, that's what I'm thinking. Like I could have been to my destination, or at least I could have been a minute ahead into what I was trying to do. The light turns green. I continue to go. And so as I'm walking through the light, I get probably about 100 or 2 yards ahead of myself. And I happen to look down at the concrete and I see the word bypass. And I continued to keep walking, but I thought it was a little bizarre that my eye went directly to the ground and saw the word bypass. So immediately I'm like, God, what are you trying to say? And then he said, what is the definition of bypass? I'm like, God, it means to go past. It's funny how we always try to give the definition with the word. God, it means to go past, bypass. Okay. God was like, no, I need you to look it up. God is so intentional in how he gives you revelation, and everything has purpose, even something as simple as bypass in the concrete. And so I pulled out my phone and I just went to Webster's Dictionary and looked up the word bypass. And of course, it's never always what it seems. It's never what it seems because I see two definitions that stick out. One, a secondary channel, pipe, or connection to allow a flow when the main one is closed or blocked. And two, to go past and to go around. This main one is the idea or the plan that you have for your life. That's the main road. The main road is the one that you have mapped out, but it's not God's plan. Okay, it's not God's plan. It's the one that we have mapped out, which is why I'm calling it the main one. Oftentimes we kind of compare ourselves to the next or what someone else is doing. You can use social media, for example. We're always comparing ourselves to the next person on social media. God, how are they here and I'm right here? God, I work just as hard. Why haven't I hit this level yet? Or why am I over here? And God says that's neither here nor there. That's the least of your worry. God explicitly tell us that his ways are not our ways and his timing is not our timing. He can move at a faster rate than you are ever able to move. So when I looked up, I had passed the young lady. And remember I said she was running and I was walking and I had passed her. And it was in that moment God deposited to me and said, you will bypass everything that tried to come against you. My God, hear me out. What takes man 10 years to do, God can do it in a month or two. Stay the course. When God says stop, pivot, or wait, baby, you wait. Because God always has an alternative route, a secondary channel. When the main one, your plan, is blocked. Stay steadfast, hold on to God, trust in Him with all your heart, and lean not into your own understanding, and He will direct your path. Y'all know how the scripture go, but that is the biggest revelation in the smallest of things.